It's a great pleasure to welcome you to the 5th edition of the Resources Southeast conference that has established itself as a leading platform for advancing the dialogue for renewable corporate sourcing. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the colleagues from the Association for Production, Storage and Trading of Electricity and the Bulgarian Wind Energy Association for the great organization of today's event and why we are gathered here today. The energy sector has been over a decade in an unprecedented transformational trajectory. We are seeing more and more renewable electricity entering the grid, and of course this is a welcomed and desired development, but it has its operational and market implication that we should really care about. And the regulation, the market and the infrastructure has to develop in parallel with this transition of the energy sector so that we don't experience stress in the system as we can see in some market these days. Ensuring that the structure, regulation and market evolve in parallel with the transition is critical. In this context, the corporate power purchase agreement has established themselves as a vital tool to ensure long-term market predictability and price visibility for the investors, the buyers and the financial institutions alike. So that's why I'm looking forward to today's event, where we are going to discuss the current trends in the corporate sourcing of electricity, the renewable strategies in the region, and what are the implications of the national regulations and legislation on these processes. I encourage you to follow the discussions today, to learn from the experience and the insight of our distinguished speakers, to take opportunity of the networking in between, because obviously this exchange is critical in order to establish a resilient and sustainable energy ecosystem in the region. So I will be short. As I said, we are having our guests that will follow. So thank you once again for joining us today. And I wish you a productive and inspiring day ahead. Thank you.
Hello from me as well, Nikola Gazdov, Chair of APSTE. Before I give the floor to our distinguished guests, I just want to let you know that we are going to have the next two interventions in Bulgarian. So if you haven't had your translators, maybe it's the right time to get them. And maybe very briefly from my side, renewable corporate sourcing was not a term people are familiar with 5 years ago when we started this platform. And it's a regional hub of the resource platform, which has driven the topic of renewable corporate sourcing in Europe for almost 10 years now. And why is this important? Because renewable energy is getting cheap and cheaper, and this is great. It has helped industry reduce their electricity bills, it has helped families reduce their electricity bills, and it has of course created a lot of other positive influences for power markets and for consumers alike. But there are also challenges. There are challenges for grid operators because the higher the penetration of renewable power, the more complex the system operation is, because those are systems designed for big centralized plants. There are also challenges for operators. Why? Because the very cheap electricity renewables produce is also a double-edged knife, and it is creating issues for operators that are already producing electricity and also for developers that want to invest in new plants. Over the next couple of days, we are going to be discussing how to overcome these challenges, how to make sure that the success of the corporate PPA environment is going to be distributed evenly, and also is going to come in a bigger scale in our region, in Southeast Europe, because this has been a record year for corporate PPAs in Europe, with one deal signed pretty much every day, over 300 deals we've seen over the last year, but much less so in our region. Battery storage is going to help for sure for all of the said issues. We're going to discuss that topic. We need new load, data centers. This is the hot topic currently. We're going to be discussing it here as well. And there are also a lot of other challenges, among others, the propaganda against renewable energy, which has been financed by external parties that are, let's say, attacking the European Union and the energy transformation that is happening within the European Union and also within the member countries, including in Southeast Europe. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Zhechu Stankov, the Minister of Energy of Bulgaria, to open the session today. And welcome from my end. Very happy to see a full house again. Thank you very much.